Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back, and if you are new, welcome, welcome. Alright, Holy Spirit, please protect me, my viewers, and our families from all negative energy, hexes, curses, evil eyes, any evil intentions, even verbally. Please block it and return to sender 20 billion times fold. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen, amen, amen. Okay. It's so chilly today and cloudy. I hope it's better weather where you guys are at. Alright. Okay, so I see somebody here that is married. Okay. Married. They don't work. Their children are grown. And they moved out of the house, it looks like. This woman and her husband don't have a good connection. It's like they stay together because it's, comfort, I guess. But there's no connection here. They don't love each other. There's no love. There's no friendship. There's no connection here. It's like two roommates living together, basically. They don't even sleep with one another. This woman takes her husband for granted. Her husband works very hard. They can do something with, it looks like in a town or some kind of government job. Maybe he works in a park, cleaning up things, like a ranger type of thing, like cleaning up the park or something like that. Could be anything. I just see some nature going on. So maybe they do something out in nature. Maybe they're a landscaper, or they do something out in nature, whatever it is, okay? And then their wife doesn't work. They can't maintain a job. They don't like to cook or clean. They don't do any of it. And they like to talk bad about people. And they're very nosy, so they like to talk about neighbors and judge people. But mainly because their life is boring and they don't do anything with themselves. They just sit around the house and go shopping when the husband brings home the paycheck, and that's about it. Okay, what else? But they gossip negative things about people, and they have no room to do that. Alright. So I'm seeing here this woman, this wife, they felt bored and felt stagnant, staying home all day, not doing anything productive. They got bored, and they ended up going out and meeting somebody else, somebody much younger than they are, much younger. It's a big age gap here. This woman wanted to feel alive. She wanted to feel like they're young again, have a good time. They wanted to connect with somebody. They miss having a connection with someone. But I feel like this person, this wife here, they got married because of traditions here, because this man got this woman pregnant young. And it was an embarrassment at that, in this family or during this time, to be, a single mother. Whatever. It's a traditional thing. So once she got pregnant, they got married right away before she even could show. But this home is very dysfunctional here. The children were like out of control growing up. She couldn't handle them and she didn't care to. She didn't discipline the children. She let them do whatever they wanted. She has a daughter, the oldest daughter, who looks and acts just like her. I'm seeing. She also doesn't want to work, and her husband had to work 2 jobs, and they got divorced because of her cheating on someone else. On her husband. She cheated on her husband, on her boyfriend, whatever. Anyway, so the mother here, this wife, they ended up meeting some younger guy here, much younger, like could be like the age of her own son even. That's how young they are. She ended up taking off, leaving her husband and taking off to a different town, a different city, only to come back crying because this boyfriend that she had on the side of her husband here, he was on drugs. He was on drugs. He sells drugs for a living. She thought that life would be exciting, and she got a lot of attention from this younger guy. But they're very immature. He told her things she wanted to hear. He didn't love her. He was just somebody to pass time with. It looks like he was using her to cover up something. I don't know. But during the time before she left this husband, it's like she took the husband's money and was giving her husband's money to this boyfriend on the side. Oh, I can't show that one. It was just like a sexual connection that she had with this younger guy. The younger guy liked her because it was just somebody he can relate with. She was very naive and very easy to control here. But he wasn't faithful or loyal to her. And it was just lust. It was just a lustful thing, just sex type of thing. It didn't work out. It looks like here that she got addicted to some drugs, dealing with this boyfriend of hers. And then this boyfriend got into some serious trouble here and ended up going to jail. And so she couldn't pay for the rent of the apartment where they were living, and she ended up begging her husband to take her back, and he took her back. But before that happened, when she left the husband was really messed up because he's been with his wife for so many years. He even went to go and receive some spiritual guidance here after this woman left him. He was looking for some kind of peace. He didn't know how to be alone because he's been with this woman since they were children for many, many years. He felt lost. He didn't know how to be alone. He wasn't comfortable dating anybody. Like, he didn't feel comfortable with anybody, I should say. He dated, but he didn't feel comfortable with anybody. It looked like he went to go seek, he went to go look for God somewhere. He went to like a church or some sort of spiritual place for peace and, acceptance of some sort he was seeking. He got some counseling during that time. And he felt bad for his wife. So he took the wife back, only to have a headache. His peace was taken from him because after her boyfriend was taken into custody here at the police are constantly surrounding her home, passing by her home, checking on her. She always had her shades down, her blinds down. It was like they were looking for her. They wanted to ask her questions or something about this person because her and this boyfriend were doing illegal, selling drugs and stuff illegally, obviously. Yeah. And she got addicted to the drugs that the boyfriend was selling. So she had to go through some rehab here or something to stop doing her habit here. She was fighting to climb out of this hole. She was fighting for her marriage again. She didn't realize, she really didn't appreciate who she had taking care of her and her children all these years until she went to this person who had no respect for her, was just using her to hide whatever he was doing with drugs or whatever. It was something to do with using her for something where, I don't know, it was to cover up something. I'm not sure what, but it's something to do with covering up something. And she got into some deep crap here with legal stuff. She got caught in the middle of it. So anyway, the husband took her back, but doesn't trust her. They went going for marriage counseling, and I believe she was getting help here. They're still together, but the relationship isn't stronger by all means. It's just now they're just worried that she might do this again, even though she swears that she won't. He doesn't trust what she says. But she's living there with him again. But there's no trust, no connection, and nothing has changed. Just this woman doesn't want to change. She doesn't want to. They're just going back to their old ways again. They've just been that way for so long. I don't know. This is a very low vibrational woman, very toxic behaviors. Okay, now this woman's daughter was not working, can't hold a job or won't hold a job, cheating all the time on her husband. Her husband worked 2 jobs full time. Looks like they had a child together. And meanwhile, while he was working his butt off, she was cheating on him and got caught They're divorced, and she had to move back home with this, back to her parents here, who are both toxic. One more than the other, obviously. They don't have a connection. And unfortunately, the son has to deal with people in a household like that. Grow up in a household like that. The woman and the daughter have addiction habits here. They're addicted to something, like could be food, alcohol, both. Could be any kind of addiction, really. But I am seeing food and alcohol, but it could be anything. They're both very miserable together. They're even fighting over petty things. Alright, what else is going on? Alright. Now I'm seeing someone here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm seeing someone here that a very jealous person here, masculine, but to me it looks like it's a man with feminine energy. They're around a lot of women. They choose to be around a lot of women. I feel like this person has like a confusion with their sexuality here. I feel like they could be bisexual but hiding it. Nobody really knows. Some people suspect, people who know this person for a very long time suspect them to be like gay or bisexual. They try to fight the urges of being gay or bisexual, okay? Their culture doesn't accept that. They have like these traditional values or ways or whatever that just don't, they frown on that, okay? This person is very jealous of their friends, and there's a very jealous type of personality this person is. I see that this person can't be trusted. They use people. They frown and wish bad for people who have better life than they do. They're very jealous. And they're a copycat. So if their friends are, dating somebody of a different culture or different race, or they have to do the same thing. They copy them just because they want the same thing as other people who have a good relationship. They think that being with the same type of person, the look of a person, will give them a good relationship, but it has nothing to do with the look, which is stupid. It's about the connection. And this person never has good connections with people, really, because this person doesn't even know what they want. Okay, they're very messed up here. They're very confused. They don't know what they want. And I see that they're very close to another female, and it's a female but in a masculine energy. They're very independent here. They could work in the healthcare, like a nurse or something. They come from a different country. The both of them might come from the same country, but they're here working hard, and they both don't have citizenship here. They're not legal here. They get along very well. They're very good friends here, but they don't want to be together in a relationship because this woman is just focused on money. Money. They're both very focused on money here. And they don't want relationships together. But that's the only woman that would understand this man, even with his, sexually confused ways. They are soulmates, but they refuse to be with one another. This woman is very independent. She doesn't want them to have anything closer than what they are. They do have sex with each other once in a while. Even if they're in a relationship or not, they still have sex with each other under, in secret. They know that they're soulmates, but they don't want to be in a serious relationship with one another because they the woman wants to focus on making money, her education here. She's very business type of person here. And the man isn't. The man is not ambitious at all. Always looking for someone to support them. They're codependent here. I don't know. This person is too codependent here. Relationships never work with them because, again, with their sexual, there's like no sexual chemistry with the women they go with. There's no connection. They don't get this connection with people. They don't connect with people because they don't even have a connection with themselves, basically. They're not doing the shadow work here. They're not doing the inner work. They're healing. Okay, they're not healing anything. This person has a lot of resentments. They hold a lot of grudges here. They're very jealous of other people's relationships or situationships, okay? They always think the grass is greener somewhere else. They're a very controlling person. So whoever dates this person, it's like they want to control them, who they can speak to, who they can hang around with and can't. This person is so jealous and possessive where if they're seeing somebody and somebody that they're with, they'll go to like a club or a bar or just have a ladies' night. This person will show up there just to check on what they're doing or try to, join them. They're so jealous and controlling here. They're too much. And that's why women do not stay with this person because of that. They're just too controlling. They give no space. This person needs paper citizenship, so they thought it would be a good idea to meet somebody off of Facebook here who is an American here. They could be a nurse or work in the medical field. They don't have to, but I'm seeing medical here. Or you do, or they do. Somebody does something in the medical field. And this person has several children already from different men. So she meets this person here, this man that's sexually confused, okay? They meet each other. He's looking for somebody that'll give him papers, legal papers here. So he wants to marry somebody for paperwork here to be legal in America. So he starts dating this woman here. who's in the medical field, it looks like. She had several children from different men. I can see she has a son that has autism or something of that sort. And so basically it's like he's looking for this woman to give him legal papers here in this country. She knows that and is using him basically for a babysitter for the son that likes to run away often. I guess they're a handful, but they do have an issue with the mind, whether it be like autism or they just have some sort of mental thing going on, this child of theirs, and they need a lot of when it's hard to find babysitters for this little boy because they like to take off a lot. They get into a lot of situations, and it's not easy to watch this little boy, I'm hearing. But the issue is like this woman here doesn't know how to deal with her own son, really. She has older children who take care of this son while she works. But they're getting tired of it because they want to, her children are like college, or they are in college or high school or something. They're old enough to be like, it looks like on their own. This mother has a good job, but they're very irresponsible. They like to party and go out with friends a lot, and they don't really take care of their children correctly or spend time with their children, something like that. So they're always they go through a lot of babysitters because, again, like the child's really hard to take care of because the parent is never around the child. This parent gets really frustrated with this child because of the disability that this child has. So she pretty much, puts the child with different people, like babysitters. Anybody that will take care of her child, she puts there with them. And that it's irresponsible. She doesn't really even know the background of these people that she drops her kid off with. Okay, so anyway, this guy coming in that's sexually confused, she looks at this person as, someone that can help her out with being like a free babysitter, basically, as long as she tells him that she's going to give him his papers to be legal here. So they have this agreement that they got married, where she's going to give him his papers and he's going to babysit her kid. But then there's money issues here. She wants to buy a house, and she wants to buy a house a second house here. This is kind of naked, but she wants to buy a second house here. She already has one house, but she wants to buy another one. She's making investments here for her and her children, but nothing with this man. But she wants this man to contribute and help support this home without his name being on the house. Okay, so she wants benefits basically from this man here that's sexually confused. She wants to use him to buy the second home in her name or her kid's name. That way, if anything happens in this relationship, she'll have both houses and he won't have anywhere to go besides an apartment, if he can get one. So she's pretty much keeping him stuck here. So he doesn't really trust this woman very much. And this woman gets really sick of him showing up at places where she's at with her friends unannounced. They don't get along very well, whoever these people are. Because she uses him a lot. So it looks like they were struggling with money here. This woman likes to spend a lot of money on her habits and her addictions. And it looks like she smokes a lot of marijuana, drinks a lot of alcohol. If she's looking at this man like he can give this happy home to her, okay, his happy family home, she can no longer have any children. But she sees that this man is not really into her that way that she wants, so she's always looking and keeping her options open. She sees something awkward about this man here. Like she feels like he's hiding something, and he is. He's hiding the fact that he sleeps with his friend there, that his soulmate. He introduced her to this woman. He introduced his soulmate to this woman as friends or a relative, so that this woman wouldn't be jealous of her and cause problems. Because he can't keep away from his soulmate. He's very, very, attached to his soulmate by the hip. They just don't want to be married. The woman doesn't want to be married with this person. They want to be single and free. But they are very much connected here by the hip. They can't be away from each other for long. They could be a twin flame, actually, as close as they are. But they don't want to be together permanently right now. But this woman sees this connection between the two of them, and it looks more. It doesn't look like a normal connection as like a friendship would look like, or even a family member. They feel it's more deeper than that, and they're kind of jealous and trying to explore that relationship more, asking questions. But this soulmate understands, what this guy is going through, and this soulmate knows that he needs his papers, and actually solely agrees that once he does get his papers, and if she doesn't find anybody to give her papers, he will divorce this woman after he gets his papers and marry his soulmate just to give her papers and live that way. because there is a deep love for these two soulmates here. It's just they don't want, the woman doesn't want to be settled in a relationship. They like their freedom and space, okay? But this woman feels it, and she's feeling jealous. Like, she feels like there's something, more than what they say. She doesn't know that they have a sexual relationship or they're soulmates, but she can feel it. She can feel there's something, but she can't prove it because she hasn't found any proof, She can't accuse them of anything because she hasn't found any proof. Because they're very, very good at hiding their deceitful things here. Oh my gosh. So she's basically being used for paperwork, okay? And she thought she was just going to use this man, give him, help him get his papers, but they haven't even started the process yet, because she doesn't want to start the process until she gets the second house. Because if she buys the second house, she knows for sure he's not going to go anywhere. She wants to use him. He works hard, too. It looks like, well, he doesn't work hard. He just, he has a job, like it looks like it could be a job like they actually stay with patients. Maybe it's like a live-in situation where he takes care of elderly people. Maybe he lives with them or something like that. He's there for many hours with somebody, like a caregiver. He's like a caregiver to somebody for very long hours or days or weeks or months, whatever it is. Now, this woman doesn't know that when this man does these long hours, that on his breaks or during the night, he either sneaks away or that soulmate comes around towards him in the night here, and they do have their one-night stands. They sleep with each other all the time, but very discreetly. But they're out. They're doing the same thing. To me, it's like twin flames here, because both of these people, they want the same things, just in a different way, But they understand each other very well. Nobody will understand this relationship because it is like a twin flame relationship. So they only understand each other very well here. They know this is a fated relationship that they have, and they can never ever, separate from their twin flame or their soulmate. They're just connected by the hip here. No matter what this person does, the female, or it's a female with a masculine energy. I see that because she has a daughter in another country. Another state, another country. This daughter's far away from her, okay? And that's why I know it's a female, because she actually had birth to this child here. Anyway, she always has this man's back, no matter what the situation is. If one of them falls down, the other one's always there to pick them up. If there's a money problem, they help each other out. This woman jumps in to save this person often, and they do the same thing for them. It's a very unique but precious relationship these two have. They just don't want to be married or be loyal to one another. That's all it is. But they can't be far away, no matter how far this woman or this man swims away and explores things. They always come back because together it's they feel this peace between these two soulmates here. they'll never feel that with anyone else, and they know that. But they're both seeking the same thing, which is paperwork to be legal here so that they can go back and forth to their country and come back and invest in things, you know. But I do see them in the future together, investing in things together, because they're not going to, they can't be away from one another, even if they're just neighbors, but they always live close to one another. They don't live far from each other. They can't. They depend on one another so much. And this person that he married for paperwork, they feel that. They feel something strange, like the connection that these two have. She knows that she'll never have that connection with her husband. It's not love like that. And she's very jealous of that. So to not mess up anything with the paperwork, I see his soulmate backing off and telling him, listen, you have to stop seeing me. We have to stop seeing one another as often as we are, because it's going to mess you up for your paperwork. So we have to, we have to separate for a while, because now they're getting kind of, your person is changing. They're seeing something here. So they're very intuitive here. These two soulmates are very intuitive. But, yeah. They understand each other. She doesn't, she wants him to get his papers and, so that she can get her papers through him, too. But there's a very deep, deep love between the two of them. They only understand one another. And it could be a really beautiful relationship between the both of them, if they were to be together. But this man would have to change his ways, because he has a lot of healing to do. He's very insecure. He's very clingy. He's too controlling. Stuff like that. And he has to change that to be with his soulmate, soulmate or twin flame. He would have to change his way, because this soulmate twin flame, they like their freedom. They don't like to be controlled here. So that's why, another reason why they're not together, because she knows how this person is. She likes her freedom. Oh my, what a reading. Yeah, because the both of them always, this is definitely a twin flame, because they have to balance each other out all the time. So when one is going through some horrible shit in their life, the other one picks them up and balances them out all the time. Like, they're always picking up each other's pieces here. And this man has a lot of money issues a lot of times, and this female will help with the money and all that. So they're very connected here, and his woman doesn't understand this connection, but they're very jealous about it and thinking that maybe they're lying, and they did have some sort of relationship in the past where it was sexually based or something. Because when this guy's soulmate is around, he is very attracted to her. She is a beautiful woman. She can have dark skin, dark eyes, almond-shaped eyes, with braids in her hair. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And she's very attractive, and she glows, men are very drawn to her energy. She has a healing type of energy where she draws people to her. People are drawn to her. And she's very smart and educated here. And very independent. So anyway, she has to release her soulmate, which she did. And, they have an agreement here so that this woman can get off his back. His wife can get off his back because they're married now. Because they know that she might find out, and the soulmate doesn't want him to not get his papers because of her. So, yeah. But it's not stopping this woman for being jealous and everything else, because she still sees this connection odd. And she knows that she'll never be looked at or treated the same way as this soulmate gets treated. And that makes her upset. Oh boy. But no matter what, it's always going to be a really deep friendship between the both of them. But she's not convinced that they're only friends. She has this feeling that it's more than friendship between the both of them, and she's feeling that the connection between the both of them is just too strong, and it bothers her a lot. And this man that she married here, he's very addicted to social media, so he's always on Facebook or on social media, and he used to be on there all the time, and he would always be talking to he's got too many female friends, he prefers female friends over male friends. Like I said, he's like kind of sexually confused here because he's attracted to both, So, or he doesn't want to either sexually confused, or he just, he's hiding the fact that, he's bisexual. That's what I'm feeling, okay? He doesn't want to tell anybody that, but a lot of people who know this person know that he's bi, but he fights with it to be straight. But, he does that because of traditions, culture, stuff like that. But he's not really happy that way. He likes to be, he likes both. And that's just the way it is, okay? So the karma here with this man is that, he's lying to this woman about loving her and stuff like that. He doesn't love her. He's just using her to get these papers, to be legal here. So he feels if he stays with this woman, he'll get his papers, he'll be legal here and have a new beginning. And his new beginning will be with this soulmate, not with her. He already has plans to be with his soulmate, not with this woman. It's just that he wants to get legal first. And this woman has a feeling that he won't be around. That's why she's not doing the paperwork, like she's not rushing to help him with this paperwork, because she has a feeling he's not going to stick around, because she's gone through the same thing with someone else from the son that she has that has some disabilities, mental disabilities of some sort. The father to that son needed paperwork, and she gave him the paperwork, and then he ended up leaving her. And so once he became legal, so she fears that this person will do the same thing, leave her and then give documents to his soulmate. So she has a hunch, like her intuition is telling her that, but she's still desperate to keep this man who doesn't love her that way, She needs to heal herself, and she needs to love herself. She doesn't love herself. She's always seeking validation from this man. She wants um she wants a man in her life. And it's very hard for her. She doesn't have any options. She has a lot of children, a lot of responsibilities, and she doesn't have a lot of options. So whoever comes into her life, she, tries to hold on to them with dear life. But her doing that pushes them away, and they end up leaving her. Because she also can be very controlling and overbearing, especially when she feels insecure. Because she's lacking confidence here. She's lacking confidence, like I was saying. The karma is going to be a big loss here. There's going to be a big loss. This man is going to get karma. He's going to end up losing everything here. His relationship. He's not going to become a citizen. I'm not seeing he's getting a citizenship anytime soon. Not with this woman anyway. Something's going to go wrong here. The wheel's not going to turn in this man's favor. Or her favor either, because if he doesn't get his paperwork after a certain amount of time, this relationship isn't going to last. Because she's going to be burdening this man with her responsibilities, with, taking care of, more bills, more things, to keep him busy and active so that he stays away from this soulmate. So basically, she's this third party here to this soulmate, okay? Between him and his soulmate, she's the third party. Even though these two soulmates agree, but they agree to be separated like this because they both have a goal, and that goal is to become legal here so they can travel and make investments in different places and, build together that kind of a way, build a foundation here. But this woman has nothing to do with that foundation. Okay? So they both this woman has a lot of healing to do. This man needs to go figure himself out, what he wants to do with himself. He's very it's a very karmic, low vibrational couple here. Okay. This man has a lot of lessons to learn here, but he's going to go through a big loss because of his way of using people to get what he wants and, stringing people along. Being with, promising things to people he really doesn't truly love. He pretends this woman here is his Two of Cups and everything, but it's truly not, but she's so obsessed with keeping this man because she can't keep any man because of her ways. She doesn't keep anybody. And she's always in her head. She's always thinking, because she's lacking confidence and everything, she's always thinking the worst. She's always thinking that her partner is always cheating on her or cheating on her. She's always, wondering what he's doing when she's at work or not around. There's no peace in this relationship. And this man used to be on social media all the time. Her husband used to be on social media all the time, bragging and talking and have a lot of female friends. Now they're not there anymore because this woman, his wife, okay, regardless if they love each other or not, they don't really. It's one-sided. they were fighting about the social media problem here, when he was too much on the phone, too much with females, even though they're friends, and they're from the same culture. It bothered this woman a lot, their wife. So that's why they're not on social media anymore, because of that. And that really bothers this man, because he loves to have he's used to his freedom to talk to whoever he wants to and whenever he wants to. And so the only time this man feels that he's at peace is when he's at work, because she can't control what he does on his phone when he's at work. So the relationship is really not good here, and it's going to fall apart, because the foundation already, just getting involved with this person just for paperwork or for something other than love, it's already a bad false, there's already too many cracks in the foundation. It's not a good foundation to start anything. And there's no peace here between these two. The only peace this man gets is when he's at work, and of course when his soulmate comes around, because his soulmate is the son to this man. She understands them, they have a good time, they talk for hours and hours, their connection is so strong, and nobody can ever break them apart. Nobody ever could. Nobody ever will, because they'll always choose their soulmate over anybody, even married. Okay, so that's not gonna work out. Not when it's not when it's soulmates. Yeah, so when this relationship falls apart, it's this woman who's so desperate that's gonna lose a lot more than this man is, She's gonna lose her confidence even more, her dignity, everything within herself. As far as objects and material go, he'll always have something to fall back on, because his soulmate has a good job, and he's always working, so he won't lose much with money here. And he always has a soulmate. Like his soulmate always comes first, so he'll always choose his soulmate no matter what. Yeah, so his future is going to be with the soulmate here. This marriage isn't going to last. So whoever this is for, the marriage isn't going to last. Alright, they belong with their soulmate. Everything's about the soulmate here. You're the third party, or you're the soulmate, okay? This third party here in the medical field, you're going to end up hurt and broken again, because this person's not with you for love, and you knew that from the start, because they mentioned about becoming a legal citizen to you right off the bat. I'm seeing, like, right when they started talking to you, right away it came out of their mouth that they're illegal here, and they need their papers, and they need help to get that. You went and said, no problem, I'll give you, your papers, no problem, I'll marry you, we'll have the papers. But that was out of desperation here. This woman thought that giving this person what they wanted was going to make them fall in love with them, was going to end up building some strong connection because of something like that. And no, it's not. It's just out of convenience, okay? It's a marriage of convenience. It's like a business proposal here. It is not love. The love that they have is with their soulmate. And then whoever it is here, this is for, you know that. You've already met their soulmate. It's the person you feel they are way too connected with. The person that you see them together, like, they're just like together, like, it's just so strong, their bond. And it's not just an ordinary friendship. It's way more than that. They're very protective of this person. They love this person very much. They're very much so in this person's life. They treat this person differently than you, okay? They've known this person for many, many years. They come from the same background, okay? You don't compare to the relationship like they have with this person. They've been together forever as friends and friends with benefits and whatever. They're soulmates. They'll always be connected and be soulmates. You don't stand a chance, or they don't stand a chance between you and your soulmate. This is divinely guided. They're just not together because, like I said, they need paperwork. They need to do things here to build this foundation between the both of them. You know, a sturdy foundation here. And them or you, whoever this is for, you're not going. The third party here is not going to be part of it. And that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. If you are the person here who is wasting your time, because it's a no-go, you know. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's never gonna go anywhere. And you know they have this soulmate. You know their connection. You know who this person is just by. You know, it is exactly what you're feeling. It's your intuition telling you this is their soulmate. They're lying. They are sleeping together. They have to sleep together. It's like they're so connected. They can't. It's so powerful, this connection between these two, that they are so sexually attracted to one another. And of course, they have sex. Yes, they do. If you're trying to lie to yourself, and stop, because they're fucking. All right, they're doing it. They're doing it. You know, and yeah. And they always have. That's something that never changes. Okay? And yes, their soulmate also could be living with somebody for paperwork, or just have somebody there dating or something. But no, they're not soulmates, and they're just spending time with someone for companionship. In that case, it's not anything about love. Their love is with their soulmate, with your person. That's what it is. Okay? I'm very sorry for some of you who are dealing with this, but that's what's coming out in my readings today. Alright, I have I for Ina, Eileen, Irene, Indita, Isaac, Ivan, Ivy, Yvonne, and that's what I have for I have N for Nelia, Natasha, Nathan, Nora, Noreen, Nadine, Nadia, Nelson, Ningi, Noel, Neela or Nyla, Nisha, Nina, and that's what I have for N. I have E for Yvonne, Eve, Every, something like that. Ebony, Elliot, Erin, Esmeralda, Emmy, Emily, Emma, Emmanuel, Emery, Isilda, Elizabeth, Estella, Essie, Eric, Esther, Estrella, Everett, and that's what I have for E. I have R for Rachel, Ricardo, Ricky, Raymond, Ray, Rochelle, Rain, Rena, Raven, Riley, Rebecca, Ronald, Roy, Royland, Reese, Rodolfo, Renee, Riley, Rasta, and that's what I have for R. Oh, and Ruben. Sorry, Ruben just came up. Ruben. I have M for Marisa, Marlene, Marissa, Mary, Marianne, Melinda, Maureen, Marie, Maria, Mason, Miley, Mora, Myra, Maurice, Morris, Mark, Marco, Matthew, Matt, Meredith, Mario, Moreno, Morena, Moreno, Marine, Maureen, Marine. I don't know if I'm saying it right, dude. I'm sorry. I think it's Marine. I think it's Marine. Marine. I don't know. Melvin, Maverick, Misa, Mott, Moat. It's a different language. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. Mo. Mesa. Mace. Maximu or Maximu. Maxine. Max. Morgan. And that's what I have for M, okay? I have X for Xana, Xavier, that's all I have for X that's coming through to me. I have B for Brandon, Brett, Brianna, Bailey, Bonita, Benton, Besley, Betsy, Betty, Barbara, Barbie, Balbina, Bev, Bianca, Blanca, Bobby, Bob, Bruce, Bailey, Bolivia, Benny, Ben, Bong or Bon, Ben, Benny, something like that. I'm sorry, it's a different language. Bosna, Bosna, something like that. Okay. And I have A for Anna, Abigail, Ariana, Ara, Aria, Arlene, Arlindo, Armani, Amy, Ashley, Austin, Abel, Amanda, Ariel, Gustavo, Avadu, Armando, Ashante, Ashton, and that's what I have for A. I have Y for Yvette, Yana, Yolanda, Yasmin, Yasa, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly, it's a different language for me. Yarmi, Yasta, something like that. I'm sorry, it's a different language. Yana, Yeti, and that's the last one I got. Okay, I got South Carolina. I got Tennessee, Florida, Chicago, Georgia, Minnesota, we got Ohio, wanted to run away, Utah, California even, Illinois, Maine, and Iowa. Okay? So if any of this resonated with you, I know not all of it will resonate with someone. Okay? It might be little bits, little parts, or whatever. Could be twisted, it could be reversed, and it could not be for you. So if it is for you in any kind of way, let me know in the comments. I always like to know who I'm connecting with. It helps me open up, to what needs to come out in the cards. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed my reading. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It helps me, put out more content. It helps my channel, obviously, and it's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's just a click of a button, but it helps me tremendously. And I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who has hit the like and subscribe button. You all are such a blessing to me. Thank you so much for all that you do. I love you all, and I hope you all have a great day, and make sure you're safe, okay? Don't walk around in parks by yourself, please. And don't carry a pocketbook if you can avoid it, because people are stealing and shooting people over a pocketbook, even if there's nothing in it. I heard it more than once already this past week. Please be careful. Don't wear anything expensive in public places. In places that you're going to be alone in. Just be very cautious and careful, okay? I love you all, and be safe, and I will try to be on later on if I can, okay? Have a great day. Love you. Bye.